1, 2.
Welcome to the Relatively Jumbo podcast. I am Nick. They are Steve and Devin. Follow
Together
us on Twitter.
we are.
I am a robot. Follow us on Twitter at Relatively Jumbo Podcast. Instagram, Jumbo Podcast. I'm forgetting. Check us out on YouTube. Just search the Relatively Jumbo Podcast. We've got videos, 10, 15-minute wrap-up videos we do after the episode. We also post the episode on there and any other videos that we do. How are we doing, fellas?
Pretty good. Fun weekend. As you know, didn't pull out the W today for the sweep of the Crosstown Series, but we come away with 2 out of 3. We're talking about White Sox Cubs, and the White Sox go on a 7-game win streak, and that's always good to have a full calendar week in a baseball schedule with all W's on the calendar. It's pretty good. So it's a pretty good weekend. We also played kickball, and that kind of ruined my mood.
What happened to kickball?
We had a doubleheader. We won 1-1.
Steve has adamant disagreements with the recreational umpire who calls the game. He stays after for 20, 30 minutes at a time after the game to talk about missed calls that he feels like should have been called a different way.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to just bring up one play specifically in the second game that we lost. This girl hits the ball, gets on base, first base, and when the classic, you run down the first baseline, you got to go to the right side of the line so you stay on first. If you go to the left side of the line, that incites that you're going to second. So you have to always go to the right. This girl runs, she's like in the other side of the line, and is like kind of, it's not even like she's towing the line. She's like far out. It almost looks like she's trying to go to second. Like all of her teammates are yelling at her. It's like, get on the base, get on the base. So we tag her, and the ump's like, nah, it's okay. I'm like, what the fuck you mean it's okay? It's fucking out. It's a rule. What do you mean it's okay? Things like that. He wasn't calling strikes.
I agree. That's a rule, but nobody in that league has ever turned to the right going past first base, and nobody has ever tried to get anybody out for turning to the left getting to first base.
I don't care.
For you in the middle of a game to just decide we're going to play by the regular rules when
we need to get out of the inning.
6 weeks?
We were losing. We need to get out of the inning.
And to be upset about it is wild.
I
mean, it's hilarious for me. I enjoy every minute of it. But for you yelling about a rule that hasn't been enforced at all.
Yeah, she got a force out at third, easily on the foot. She hurt her foot too, doing it. Guy called her safe. Everyone saw it except him. He didn't even fucking move. It was at third, and her foot was on the back side of the foot of the base. So obviously he's not going to see, and he doesn't even fucking move for it. He made some bullshit like, oh, she juggled it. It's like, no, she didn't. You sound like an NFL ref right now. Get the fuck out of here.
How old is this ref?
Oh, not even old. He's got to be in his mid-40s, right?
Yeah, probably I'd say 40s.
Is it the same ref every time?
Yeah, it's a guy with the long hair, kind of got a hat, sunglasses. He's always umping the area that Lincoln Park area. So he does 12-inch too. So I've had him as an ump for 12-inch. He's better at that. I think he just doesn't give a fuck because it's intramurals. But you know what? I signed up to win. I didn't sign up to have fun. If we were, winning is fun, as Ozzie Guillen says. The greatest coach of all time.
I don't know how much money he makes to ref any of those games, but I'm telling you, it's not enough.
Too much.
Because we give this guy a real hard time.
No, it's too much.
It can't be enough for the amount of shit this guy takes every Sunday.
Give him a pay cut, dude. I'll do that job, but way better. I guarantee it. I'll get involved. I'll actually run out.
Did you ever envision yourself when you started this kickball season having a rivalry with the umpire?
No, because I thought there would be good umping.
We don't even pay attention to the other team most of the time. We just we just give
Shit talk
shit
the
to the
ump.
ump.
It's the ump's
I
fault.
couldn't tell you what the other teams even look like. I haven't looked up at them.
I don't know though. I'm not trying to start murmurs in the clubhouse, but Michelle was saying that we were talking bad shit about the team that we lost to the second game, and that gave us bad juju. So if the team's listening, you better fucking stop shit talking, or we're gonna do laps after the game next weekend. So I hope all you're listening.
You know they listen.
Oh yeah, that's half the
All
audience.
of
No,
them.
I'm kidding.
Every
Millions
single
of
one of them.
subscribers.
So wait, what was the final score of the game?
Well, the first game, there's 2 games again. We played 2 games. Yeah, we
I'm
lost
talking about
7-5.
the
We
one you
won.
lost. I
Yeah,
don't.
7-5.
Yeah,
We won 3-4. That
All
wasn't
right.
a pretty one either.
Just a bad Sunday overall.
I mean, I'm glad we took one.
Defensively, we just make a lot of stupid plays.
Yeah,
Most of them are really dumb.
that's why we lost both of our games. We've only lost by like 2 runs both of our games. It's because we've done stupid stuff. Not only we didn't do anything bad on the base pass today, but we need to hit better. But we do bad stuff on defense. Like we throw it around too much. We just gotta calm down. But they also like run and tag up all the time on stupid stuff.
We throw it after they've already gotten to the base. Like if somebody's running to third, we wait till they're at third to throw it to third to try to get them out, and then everybody else advances. It doesn't make any sense. And half the time we miss the catch. So we miss the catch going to third where he just gets to third, and they're like, "Oh, that was weird," and then they walk into home.
I'm not being rude at all. We need better play at first base because that's where if people are just gonna bunt on us, it needs to just happen. We need to have better play at first.
Yeah.
We need to have better
It's like all these
play in the
bunters.
outfield. I mean, we
No,
need
we
to just
don't.
have better.
Corey catches
Yeah,
everything in the outfield. Corey plays all three
and me
fields.
sometimes. I did make a catch today, but no, I had a couple. But I mean, I think that we're fine most parts. Like the infield had a rough night tonight, and we got playoffs next week. We got to start. I'm only thinking ahead now that we're done talking about this weekend.
How many weeks are playoffs?
I think it's only one, but we're probably gonna
it's gotta
post
be
regular
two.
season.
It would
It's
have to
gotta
be
be
2,
two.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, I maybe you're right.
They only
but
have that block from 11 to 1?
But next weekend
No,
is
Or
Labor
11
Day
to
week.
12?
Not 2 weekends is Labor Day weekend. I don't think they would do it then.
You might be here for the championship.
If so, I mean, it sounds like you guys need a coach to instill some goddamn discipline. You guys are.
We certainly
all
don't
over
need
the
any
place.
more players. We had like 16 people today, so everybody had to kick I got to kick maybe twice in the game. Maybe.
See, that's the thing too, is you can't get into any kind of rhythm.
Right.
I'm not going to talk bad about my teammates, but I'll say it.
It sounds like you're about to. It sounds like when you start that statement, that's exactly what you're going to do.
I'm going to say it off the record and make sure it's off the record. So take it off the recording, and I'm going to say I hate this team.
What makes you say that?
No, I'm kidding.
Now you're a coward. Now you hate your teammates and you're
Devin
a coward.
bought Kool-Aid and Gatorades and chocolates today, so that was sick.
What?
Saying that's you talking shit about me? That you don't make any sense.
No, I know.
You're
Devin
welcome.
brought that to the cooler. He brought a cooler because he knew it was a doubleheader. So him and Suze probably get the most cred. I might do a ranking of my favorite players this week on the team.
Start at the bottom. Yeah, start at 15 and
well, I mean, you could do a broad thing where it's just like your favorite or least favorite type of kickball player.
No,
do a broad thing where you talk shit about the girls. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna do
We're gonna do a broad thing today.
Dude, that's what I also hate about intramural sports is that like I'm trying to just tell people where the play's at, and if I tell it to a girl, it feels like I'm mansplaining to them. So I can't tell them
Well, yeah.
where to
See,
go.
that's the problem. Then on a normal team, right? If somebody fucks up, you could just say, "Hey, you fucked up. Like, get it together." But
Yeah.
like, you have half of
Can't
your team that you're just not allowed to yell at.
can't say stuff. Well, you try to yell at me about a play, and I was like, no, I said that. She just threw it anyways.
Yeah, Jenna threw that in fear. I told Jenna I was like, Devin, you shouldn't have said that. He's like, no, he did say not to throw it. I was like, oh.
It's a
That was
tough
hilarious.
balance
That made
because
me
like
laugh.
you want to just hang out and have fun and everybody's having a good time, but like we're just naturally competitive people, so we want to win, and when we're losing, we get really mad, and like you can't let it out at
Can,
half of the team.
can we do this? Can I do this topic early? Because I think that's gonna be Am I the Asshole for me? Because I have one now, and it's exactly that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
exactly
let's go
that.
ahead and get into it.
So
Let's get
Segment
into it.
time. It's
so
segment
it's
time.
we had a long talk going to the car after the game today, and it's about my competitive spirits and just how it can get it to a point where I can get a little angry if we are not doing well at a game and I can't control myself. This is literally just not even talking about my competitive nature. It's even watching sports in general. So we talked, it's like, I was just being candid on the field and being like, we need somebody sure handed at first base next inning. Shannon was playing first, and I didn't say like me. I didn't feel like it was in a mean way. I'll put it that way. She also said it hurts her feelings. It could hurt her feelings because again, it comes off in the sense that you don't trust her. Which I'm not going to make any more comments on that, but I'll say that we needed somebody sure-handed at that time because it wasn't her day that day, and that's fine. We'll try it next weekend. It's fine, but we needed to get some outs at first because they were all bunting. But the thing is, it's intramural. It shouldn't be that serious. Michelle said, yes, I mean, it's not serious. This is supposed to be fun. And when you bring negativity like that, the team doesn't have fun. I told her, listen, I'm out here to go have fun. I'm here to win. The Chicago Sports Social had no idea what they signed up for when I got back involved in the sport. So am I the asshole for maybe being a little over competitive, maybe yelling at a couple of girls or two that are
You ever seen that movie, Kicking and Screaming?
I wasn't
That
screaming at people. I'll say that. I was mainly getting mad at the ump. And I was getting mad, maybe pouting in the field. That was it. But
you're like Will Ferrell in Kicking and Screaming after he discovers coffee and he starts yelling at little kids through the traffic cone that they suck. Just just a total monster.
I gotta say, I'm probably a little biased here to make a definitive ruling, just because I've had that same conversation in the car ride home, where I've been told that I get a little too competitive, and I can maybe not express it in the most sensitive way in the heat of battle. But like, I think what your comment could have been, instead of "Hey, we need somebody more sure-handed at first," be like, "Hey, so and so, go here, switch out, and you play first, and then Shannon, you go play over here."
that
It's
sounds
Like you
almost like
great.
can't.
that.
I'm not trying to be dumb. I'm not trying to dumb it down for. Oh, let's have fun. Oh, let's switch it
No,
up
I'm
because you
not. I'm not
suck.
saying that. I'm just saying like I'm just saying, hey, quick, let's just switch out here. You go. You go play first. You play over here. Like you got to make it sound like you're doing like 5 or 6 different switches, and you got to muddy the waters to where they can't understand what
I'm
you're
the
saying.
type of leader that needs to put the facts out to the team on why we need these changes to happen. Facts. We need sure-handedness right now at the base. We cannot have any more people on base. We need to get the out at first. That's it.
Listen, I understand. I was that guy, and I've had to have that conversation 5 or 6 different times where I'm told that I'm an asshole. So I'm saying, if you're gonna do it, you got to just call out multiple substitutions, so they can't tell exactly what you mean.
Fuck. God, and I keep going through this in my head. I think Susan's the one that said it's like, oh dang, Steve.
You can't yell at a woman.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I think Sue said like,
I mean, I've done it, and then you feel bad,
I
but like
always
I just
treat
want to win.
the girls on the team like the T-Rex moment in Jurassic Park. If you don't move and don't make eye contact with them, maybe they'll go away.
oh,
That something similar happened on third base.
I'm just turning all the way around, looking in the outfield.
Like it's
So
fun. It's like the co-ed,
yeah,
and it's fun, and everybody's having a good time, and you're there with your wife or fiance, whatever. But like, if I need somebody to perform and they're not performing, it's very frustrating that I'm not allowed to express that in the moment.
so what you should have done
Yeah.
is gone to Brian and be like, "Hey, Brian, she's embarrassing your family out there. You gotta get, you gotta get her out.
Get a hold
You
of
got
it.
hey, she's dragging the West name
Steve,
through the mud right now."
See, this is different.
That's what you meant to say, right? Because
If
Boom.
you
me,
weren't the
I'm out there to
asshole
have fun.
before, if you weren't the asshole before, you sure as hell are now.
Oh God. But I was saying, I'm pretty sure it was Suze that said it. It's like, oh, Steve, I never knew you were this type of person in sports. I thought you were always like the goofy guy. Like, oh no, I have a dark side. This is probably it.
It's tough when you like after you've done the yelling thing and it kind of calms down, but you're still like playing in the field and you look around and you can tell that people's moods have changed.
The whole demeanor of the team has swayed. I
That's not a good
personally, I
feeling.
love it. Yeah, no, the awkwardness, the hatred that is in the clubhouse right now. I'm the kind of guy who adds fuel to that fire. So I can't
But yeah,
wait
you're a
for
pest. You root
I
for
can't wait for
chaos.
Sunday. Oh, it's so much fun. I have a blast out there.
The way that you're portraying it, it sounds like it's a toxic clubhouse right now.
Let's just say this: we went out to lunch, and at the tables, Shannon and Steve were not facing each other. If that helps. If that puts a picture for you, no eye
I'm
contact
like
was made.
I'm like any sort of bad manager, like in the middle of August, the team's like 20 games under 500. The clubhouse is fine. Nothing is wrong right now. We are gelling fine. No more.
You know that manager gets fired about 10 games later, right?
Yeah.
Like do not focus on the records. We are fine in the clubhouse as well. Do not focus on us in general.
Nobody watch us.
That's
If nobody watches us, we'll be okay.
That's like one step behind the GM giving them a vote of confidence in the media.
Oh, the kiss
Like
of
the
death.
next step is you're fired. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
kiss of death.
We got the
Wait, so what's the
playoffs.
verdict?
We got the playoffs. So we
We're
got
not
we
doing
got to think
this.
about next week. But again,
We're not doing the segment right.
no, yeah, I know. Am I the asshole? I'm getting back to this. Just because I want to win,
Yeah.
am I the asshole for winning?
I'm gonna say you're not an asshole, but you
Thank
need
you.
to change your technique.
We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn a lot about my character coming into this next Sunday. Can I be calm?
You gotta give it a one Mississippi, a deep breath, and then you gotta call out the switch.
So here's what we were trying to tell Steve earlier too. Like this is also a league that we play at Lincoln Park, and it's kind of official. So there's no drinking during any of these games. Do you remember the games when we used to drink and get mad at each other and start yelling about
Oh
stuff?
God. Yeah.
We've been ejected from. How do you get ejected from a kickball game? We've had people thrown off the field. It's a rec co-ed kickball game, and you got to hit the showers. You got to be like,
I love too in the if you look back week 1, Robbie's like, what the fuck? There's no drinking? Why? It's probably like he's one of the main culprits, probably one of the top 15 outbursts in kickball history.
yeah.
Yeah. And that was in a championship game.
Oh man, we were hammered for that game.
Well, so we were supposed to have a doubleheader, little backstory, and the other team for the first game didn't show up. So we just started drinking early.
Out of fear.
How do you not
They
show up for the
decided not to show.
playoffs?
They were scared.
Because they knew they were getting pummeled. and then we spent an
We were
extra,
really good that
I guess,
year. Yeah.
yeah, that gave us an extra hour to drink, and we used that hour, and then it fell apart in the championship game.
In mid-daylight, in a park where there's no cover and one tree, we pissed on the tree. Like, it wasn't even dark. There wasn't a bunch of trees around. Like, the sidewalk was right behind you.
You know what state you're in, though. If you're that drunk and you just see a tree, your first instinct is that's good cover.
We did themes that year, and it was jorts night. So all of us were in cutoff jorts, hammered, getting kicked out of a kickball game. Real ragtag bunch of assholes.
Oh man, you guys are some gents. Some gents.
Uh-huh.
We've had better showings. That was not one of the better
It's
showings.
not a good one. I don't think we
So-
ever played there again.
So that story basically makes me look less like an asshole. Like I look like a
Well,
golden
no.
child
No,
trying to win.
no.
The alcohol gives you an excuse at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're being an asshole without the alcohol. We were assholes.
I think I would be less of an asshole on alcohol because I'd probably be more chill and I'd probably just not give a fuck.
Maybe.
I think I don't want to set high hopes. Yeah, but I might be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. You're not really a chill drunk. I don't know if that plays.
Nah, no, far
I'd
from
be
it.
excited to see it. I think we pregame one of these and we just see what happens.
Probably the next one because it might be the last one. Well, we're gonna play next season, I think, right?
There's another one in like a couple weeks. Another league.
Do you call me an asshole, Devin, or what?
Yeah, to your face.
Oh,
Asshole.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
But what you said, I don't disagree with what you said.
Well, so
Because
you're
we let a lot of people on base today.
so you call me an asshole, but you don't disagree with what I say. So you're playing both sides of the fence over here. I see.
Middleman
I say,
Devin.
as it relates to the segment, you're not an asshole. As it relates to real life, you're an asshole.
As it relates to you, the human being, you
Yeah.
are an asshole.
Fuck you, but I get it.
And then we went out for our post game. I don't know, half celebration, half just being pissed about everything. And I've never seen this before where we had 3 different tables and they put all of the food on 3 different tables and then put all of the drinks on one ticket.
What?
Right?
Yeah.
Whose ticket?
It was like, so they had 3 different paychecks for each table because we had 3 tables because you can only sit 6 people to a table.
Yeah.
So the food was split up by table, but the drinks were all as our group.
Weirdest shit in the world.
And she's like, "Do you want me to split this up?" And we're like, what do you think?" She's like, "I'll be back."
That seems like one of those things where she didn't want to take the time to do it. So she's like, hey, I'm just going to fucking float this out there and see if they pay for it like that. And then
Yeah.
you didn't. And then you're like, well, I guess I'm busted. I got to go do my job. It's fine. You got to respect the hustle. She tried.
But it was cool. Like, they opened up where we went. They opened up like the whole second floor. So it was just us up there. And we watched the games and they opened the
We
windows.
stole all their liquor. It was good.
Good. Yeah. Because there's a bar upstairs unattended. So we stole that.
Thanks, Woody's Flat of Old Town for letting us drink all your liquor upstairs. I hope you're not actually I hope you are listening so you know us scoundrels took all your alcohol from upstairs.
I guess when we got there too, a big rat ran in from the street, like into the restaurant. Everybody was like jumped up on the booth tables because they were freaking out. So one of our teammates went in there and was like, "Hey, if I catch that rat, do we all get a free round?" And he spent the next 20 minutes trying to get the rat out of the restaurant. Those middle-aged divorcees though were tearing it up at the table next to us.
Mimosa time at 4 p.m. Talk about tummy aches.
It's a weird time for mimosa.
That's what I said.
It was very strange. It was very weird.
I was like, it's not even 1. It's 4 o'clock. Drinking champagne and orange juice. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, mimosas I feel like are strictly 8 a.m. to like 1:30. And then you got to switch to something else by then.
Right. Yeah. You have to have an adult drink after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the same goes for Bloody Marys too then, right? I don't think I would ever have a Bloody Mary after 1:30.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound fun. I would be
Here's
like that
my
myself.
just my dinner, my happy hour Bloody Mary.
Ugh,
Yeah, that doesn't sound refreshing at all. Like happy hour
sounds
drink.
awful.
My happy hour drink in my mind is like either a beer or like a
A
fancier
pina
beer
colada.
or that.
Well, you just order whatever Michelle gets.
Yeah, I do that
Yeah.
too.
I'm thinking summer outdoors. I'm thinking like a Moscow Mule or something. Something refreshing, not fucking tomato juice.
Give me some tomato juice and vodka, please, and put a bunch of pepperoni.
Give me the hot sauce.
You know what? I will say, I drag bloodies. I used to love them, and then I just got like sick one time drinking them. I was like, this is tomato juice and vodka. What am I doing? But I will say a
I think
spicy
I can
one,
only drink it. Yeah, they're good. The spicy ones hungover is the only time I'll drink
and
them.
you get like a brunch burger, and you have a spicy one. That's good.
Yeah.
I can't have more than like one. I can't have more than one. Like you're
I
drinking
can't have one. They're gross.
you're
I
drinking
hate Bloody
two,
Marys.
3 Bloody Marys. I'm thinking that's kind of strange. Like you're psycho.
If the mix is good, like if they're spicy,
Yeah, Ditka's mix.
yeah. If it's a hot mix, if it just tastes like tomato.
Thinking of speaking of spicy, did you see the end of that Clippers Mavs game?
Dude, Luka is he's going nuts right now. That's what happens when you call him a little, what was it? What did they call him? Little ass white boy or something like that.
Is
They call
bitch
him a
ass white boy?
Yeah, there you go. Montrezl Harrell had to like apologize immediately because he was afraid. He's like, "What is it? Like this guy's not like shit. He's pretty fucking good. Like you should apologize so he doesn't tear our ass up." And he was already. It was too late. The quote was out there. They know who was doing it. Probably Montrezl Harrell. Yeah, and Paul George obviously was a part of it too because he can't obviously keep his fucking mouth shut about anything. So they're all. It's just Paul George classic. I'm gonna poison this team. They're not gonna win shit because I'm on it. So I leave it up
That
to
was
that.
my second note. Obviously, number one, Luka going crazy. Was it like 47, 17, and 13 on a
Oh, it
bum
was the
ankle?
easiest triple double I've
Hit
ever
the
seen in my life. That's regulation play, no overtime. That's so fucked. It's absurd how many points are getting scored in this bubble right now.
But number two note was Seth Curry calling playoff P a bitch.
He is. No one calls playoff. Who calls him that still?
He sucks. He's shooting like 29% in the bubble, or since the playoffs started.
He is so trash. He's not even worth it on the team. Like they don't. I feel like you had Paul George. You had a guy that's great in the regular season. Then he just kind of doesn't really do anything when it comes to that playoff time. He might shut me up in a couple of days. Who knows? All I know is that,
He was better when he had two legs. Remember when he used to have two legs?
dude, that was
So much
don't.
better.
I don't want to think about that injury. That's disgusting. That injury is one of the worst injuries of all time. It's usually that's pretty funny. Like most of the worst injuries I've ever seen of all time have been on a basketball court. Like there's some bad
That's an
ones that happen
injury
on a basketball
that
court.
changes like the whole sport.
I still want to see the Teddy Bridgewater the one getting away from
Oh,
basketball. I still want
no.
to see that one. They said people threw
People
up.
throwing up. Yeah. Well, that was the same thing as Zach Miller. I think it was a dislocated kneecap, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
and he
almost
almost
lost his whole
died.
leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the playoff P. Do you know the backstory between him and Seth Curry?
Didn't he used to date his wife or some shit? I don't
Yeah,
know.
so Seth Curry is married to Paul George's ex, who just so happens to be Doc Rivers' daughter.
Oh.
So the coach, playoff P's coach, his daughter, married to the guy calling his player a bitch
What a simp.
after he dunks the ball.
Talk about loving your wife. Call you
A lot of ins, a
ex
lot
a
of
bitch.
outs. He's a bitch, man.
Was he Chance the Rapper?
I love my wife.
I Dude, it's like the past 3 playoffs. It turns into everybody mocking Paul George.
This is obviously not the same roster that Kawhi had in Toronto. As you can see, them just walloping on the Nets this other round. Obviously, it looks like they're going to be strong, making a run again. This Raptors team. So it looks like Kawhi. He took the bigger money than he would have gotten in Toronto, and he's got a. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's going to have to carry this team or what is he's going to have to do these next couple of games. It seems like they're going to be in for tough butting against Dallas for the next 3 games, though. So it's a big concern. I want to see. Let's see how good Kawhi is right now. Let's see if he can rev it up, really carry this group of fucking jerk offs to the finish line.
You think Kawhi regrets his choice of who he requested that they go out and get?
I think
Who else would they have got?
He said, I forget. He said they were talking about a couple of different people, but like, I don't think they were boys before that, right?
No, I don't.
Kawhi Leonard doesn't have friends in the NBA. He's not like that. He's got his 3 or 4 friends that he roomed with at San Diego State, and that's it. That's all he talks to.
It's weird to think that Kawhi Leonard went to San Diego State. Like, I can't
Yeah.
imagine him being in a college in a cool environment.
I mean, San Diego State. I'm not gonna lie. I mean that's a. I'm not gonna try to like be a nerd or anything, but they do have like a decent basketball program, especially at that time. Um, I forget who the old coach's name was. I'm trying to think. Oh, Steve Fisher, and they were like they had like that other guy that stunk who was a first round pick, Anthony something. I forget what was his name. Anthony Bennett. Cool school to go to. Living in San Diego, go to college there. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, San Diego's sick. I was more so saying I can't imagine Kawhi Leonard being younger. I think he just showed up
Yeah.
A
the same
robot.
guy.
He's created.
Yeah,
I was created.
they put
in
him together.
The year
Flip the switch.
2010.
Yeah, he's good at basketball.
You know who's not good at basketball? The fucking Brooklyn Nets.
I was just saying that, dude.
They lost 150 to 122.
Again, a lot of points being scored in this bubble. No defense either.
You gotta stay 6 feet away from everybody.
Yeah. They were doing that before this all happened, so
They've been avid practicers of social for a long time.
I just think the Raptors are good, and I think people are sleeping on them. I think that
They are good.
Pascal Siakam is incredible. Kyle Lowry has found like a second life after that championship. Like he's found that type of shit that he had in the beginning of his career there. They're just a great team, man. I'm excited to see what they can do if they can try to get back to where they were. They're gonna have to take on a huge hurdle with a Bucks team without Kawhi. So, and they're also gonna have to play. Do they play Boston next round?
I forget how the breakdown goes. Fuck. I don't know.
That's
I think
another-
Milwaukee gets the winner of the Heat Pacers, and then Toronto gets the Celtics.
Where is that series at? I haven't watched a second of that series.
Heat are up 3-0.
All these
It
have
wasn't
been
even
sweeps.
really close.
All these have been sweeps.
Yeah.
No. Orlando won game 1.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, then the Clippers Mavs game too.
Well, this is like what we've seen. The Western Conference is much more competitive. They're all, 2-1, 2-2. But yeah,
That's
in
kind
the
of how
East,
it
it's
always is.
Toronto. Yeah. I mean,
There's
in the
top
East,
10
there's
teams,
four
and then the
good.
rest of
There's
them suck.
4 good teams, 1 or 2 mediocre teams, and then the rest are shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't care about the Heat Pacers at all.
No, that sounds miserable. That sounds absolutely.
That sounds like one of those games. Like that sounds like a good late 1990s, 86 to 80 game.
Guys,
it just has that feel to it.
Devin looks miserable right now. I don't know what's going on.
Why are you so sad?
No. That's how it always is. The West has always have better teams, and the East sucks. There's like 3 teams that are good in the East, maybe.
You think Portland can?
TJ Warren?
You think Portland can
No.
give a run at this
No.
thing, or
Nope.
you think it's done
It would
after?
be so
last night?
funny.
Yeah.
I want to see it go all the way.
It'd be fantastic. I mean, I'm rooting for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
I just think that LeBron isn't gonna allow it, I guess. Which sucks. What isn't he gonna take a year off or a summer off? Just chill. Let this team get through. They're having a great run right now.
Well, it's been, at this point, it's been the majority of our lives that LeBron's been in the NBA.
No, it's fucked, yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite picture
He's
that
just the constant.
the favorite picture that you realize is when he's like at they have the picture of him at the WWE SmackDown event, and it's his rookie year, and he's got first row seats, and he's literally wearing the baggy polo, sideways flat
Yeah.
brim, and he's got the flip phone taking pictures. It's the funniest. It's just that's the real like realization. Like, damn, this dude has been here since I've been like 10 years old, 11 years old. That is some crazy stuff, man. He's been around for a long time, and I think he looks like he wants to win again right now.
Huh?
How many? Hey, you think LeBron wants to win a championship?
He looks pretty good, man. It sucks.
That's a hot take. You better calm down.
No, I'm not like trying to be hot. I'm just trying to be relevant. I'm being relatively serious right now and saying that he's good.
Take it
Bradley James
easy.
is good at basketball. I know people want to say no. He's good.
You're gonna get us canceled.
Give me the list of people who you think are out there, and it doesn't look like I don't really want to win.
Obviously, Paul George. He's too busy talking shit about people's wives and like how the guy's a white boy and how he doesn't make shots anymore, and he should focus on playing defense instead of that.
Yeah, and then on the other side, what about the Sixers?
Brett Brown, all these people, Joel Embiid. He's gonna be a great friend no matter what. Oh, he's fired.
That sounds like a very unemployed guy.
He's gonna be a great friend.
Brett Brown will be a great television analyst somewhere.
He'll be great. We'll be friends. That's it.
You know, I wish him the best of luck in whatever he does after this. Obviously, being a head coach wasn't his forte, but you know he's a good guy. He's a family man, and he'll bounce back. By the way, I'm pretty sure I called this on one of the previous episodes. Just your yearly Celtics stepping on the Sixers' forehead into the mud.
That was like the worst drubbings of all time, though. That was terrible.
Could you imagine just watching the process happen and, you know, Nerlens Noel and Embiid just not playing because he's broken and saying, hey, next year we're going to have everybody cooking. And then Nerlens Noel just doesn't work. And then you've got draft picks whose shoulders, they can't lift their arms above their shoulders.
Dude, I was a big advocate for them like 5 years ago. I was a big advocate of the trust the process teams. And they fired the main person of that. Like Sam Hinkie, they fired his ass. So when they fired Sam Hinkie, that was my real thought of this team's not going to be able to, I don't think they're going to do it right at the end of the day. Because you get the Coangelos involved in that, and it just seems, I don't know, it just seems like they're not doing enough to really change this team up a bit to make them. I mean, they got Jimmy Butler and stuff like that, but they got to. I don't know what it is. Their drafts were whatever. Ben Simmons is not that guy that they thought they were getting out of him.
Well, he's shooting with his wrong hand. He won't stop shooting with the wrong hand. He can't shoot. And then it's a psychological thing because he was shooting threes in the bubble. So it's purely mental. And then
I mean, how mad of a fan base are you to tank for so long, to build up so many draft picks, and still never get close to a championship?
they didn't get close. It's not like they lost 2 finals in a row. They didn't even go to 1.
Right.
No.
They tanked for like a long time.
And this process has been going on for what was it, 2013?
It's been a
2014?
while. It has been a long time.
What was your favorite part of the tank over this 6-7 year period?
The hope. It's always the hope, right?
Mine was the Colangelo Twitter burner accounts.
That
Oh,
was good. Yeah, that was the best.
in the physical
Find
sense,
a new
yes.
slant. Don't make fun of these are normal Italian shirt collars. You
I love
sons
that's
of
what
bitches.
basically the burner's about, was the collar specifically. It's like, what do you mean they're too big? They're in. Don't you get it? It's like, no, sir. Jerry, this is not 1955 or whatever the fuck this is.
Didn't his wife have one too?
No,
Yeah, his wife had one. I thought was it
I thought that was
was
the
it his wife
excuse.
that had
I thought that was the excuse. That his
He
wife
didn't
was
blame
the
it on
person doing it.
his wife. I would like it if his is talking about the shirts and her burner account's talking about how good the players are. Like he's not even concerned about the team, and she's like, "No, they're not bad player."
He's just online crying about his shirt. She's breaking down X's and O's.
Yeah, get her in the office. Get her in the manager's office.
Hey, sometimes these rebuilds work though. Who knows?
Yeah, as a fan base, I mean, you'd be pissed, be very upset. Would you rather be like a Knicks fan or a 76ers fan?
I feel like the Knicks fans
Because like
revel
at least
in
they don't have hope.
yeah.
There's never any hope for the Knicks. But there's a little bit of hope.
When the majority of Knicks fans are Yankees fans, and they just start shouting about 27 rings anyways, and they know. I mean, you just blame the whole thing on James Dolan, and then it's your get out of jail free card. Everybody's like, yeah, he is completely incompetent, and then they move on. Nobody really hates on the Knicks anymore. We all just get it. Until Dolan dies, this is what it's going to be, or if he gets tried for war crimes or something.
That might make Sports Center.
Turns out James Dolan was flying across the world and bombing poor countries.
Selling military secrets. Just the lowest bidder.
And then playing kazoo concerts. You ever seen that? You ever seen James Dolan? He's a big kazoo guy.
He's
Is it-
wearing the
What a
worst
weirdo.
fedora of all time in that video too. That's what I think tops it. He's wearing the worst outfit while I think wearing kazoo, playing a kazoo is already just bad enough in front of a live camera. The fact that he wore a fedora while doing it was really kind of the real topper on this shit cake we call James Dolan.
What other hat are you gonna wear while playing kazoo? What other hat would you wear though? You're pretty much pigeonholed. You're wearing a fedora.
A dunce cap. You do it strictly for humor.
He left it on his desk.
I'm in a band. I play the electric kazoo.
What? JD and the Straight Shots. You got to listen.
Just a vibe, dude. You don't get it. It's a vibe.
Summer vibes. Summer kazoo vibes. That's you couldn't put 10 writers in a room and have them come up with a more rich person, I want to be a rock star thing than some nerdy ass white dude that creates a band and plays in his own building that he owns and named the band partly after himself, and he plays the kazoo.
Do you think he puts on concerts at the Garden and they sell out to
Weekly.
10 people?
Weekly.
They're just big marquee posters everywhere with the kazoos on the cover.
They have it written into Billy Joel's contract that he has to let him open.
Billy Joel opens for them.
Yeah. JD and the Straight Shots are the headliner. Yeah. I mean, pick up a fucking triangle or something. There's got to be something that's better than the kazoo that you could easily learn, like a tambourine.
The recorder. The electric recorder.
Kazoo is literally just sounds like a musical fart. I mean, that's what it is, right? It just sounds like if a fart had some musical whim to it.
He's just on stage beating the shit out of a duck for 45 minutes.
I'd love to see Dolan in a kilt playing bagpipes, maybe for St. Patrick's Day. See how that works. And then he goes under like a sewage piping. He's not wearing underwear, and it's comically lifts up his kilt, and his butt is showing. That's like British humor. Devin, you wouldn't get it. That's British humor.
Why would I get it?
Yeah, Devin, you don't understand. You don't understand British humor like Steve and I understand it.
Yeah, I guess you got me there.
Streaker culture. Oh, new guest.
Hey, there's a dog.
Yep. She's taking over my spot.
I-
I'm
I guess-
relinquishing my chair.
What?
Gotta get
Okay,
the
that
lady.
dog to training.
That
Isn't it
dog-
training night?
yeah. Why does you need to train that
do you-
dog? What? That dog looks so sweet. What does that dog fucking do that you need to torture it with training?
What do you mean torture?
They hate training. They don't need to be trained. They're regular like us.
You were trained. You were trained by your parents.
Oh, sure.
You're-
Okay. All right, Alex
You're
Jones,
very
take
much
it easy.
trained.
You're trained by the crony government that gets through your brains. I was never trained. I'm wild.
Still shit in the house.
I just,
He's always gonna shit
He's
in
just
the
in the
house.
he's just in the corner taking a piss. Like, no, Steve.
God damn
Just
it.
Do I rub his
You-
face in it?
You ever see this guy run a mailman? It's fucking wild.
you get off my property, you son of a bitch.
He's just chewing on the corner of the table. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, so what
Never
does the
been
dog do
trained.
that's like the worst stuff? What's like the worst stuff the
Yeah.
dog does that needs to get trained?
Talk shit about your dog.
Right now, do it.
She's in the room though. I don't want to be
I don't
rude.
give a fuck.
Be honest.
Well, when she's on walks, she
Oh,
like
shit.
freaks
Oh,
out
shit.
at other dogs that are walking by, and it's a lot.
It's
But
embarrassing.
she's gotten a
right?
lot better at it. Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
like I just feel like I'm getting judged. Like those people think that I'm a piece of shit dog owner, and they think that my dog sucks.
I think my dog's
There's
protecting
nothing you
me.
can do about it either.
I think my dog's protecting me. So maybe don't have a sketchy dog. That's what I'm saying. Don't have a sketchy looking dog. That's all I'm saying.
It's also like she's cool. Unless she's cool if the other dog's not looking at her or acknowledging her, but if that other dog is like looking at her, she's like, "Oh, it's on. That guy wants to take our stuff and hurt you. I'm not going to let that happen."
We have one dog that watches TV, and if he sees anything that resembles an animal on the TV, then he freaks out. It could be a cartoon dog, and he would lose his shit.
I think that's adorable.
Really?
Yeah,
That is
it could be a
adorable.
it's a horse, loses his shit. If it's any animal, he just goes ape. But he watches TV.
Does the dog care about mirrors? Like if it looks at a mirror, does it freak out?
We don't have any mirrors in the house, but if we did, I'm sure
You don't have any mirrors?
he looks in the water bowl. He sees himself, and he starts barking at the water bowl. His reflection in the bowl.
I'm going back to Nick's question. You don't have any mirrors in the house. What's going on here? What
We
are you
don't-
talking about?
Okay, that was bullshit. But we don't have any dog level mirrors. They're all waist high or above. So
Well, how does the dog know if his hair looks good?
he looks like shit all the time. I tell him to
So
his
wait,
face.
See, that's rude.
How do you look at your
Feels
dick
like
in the
shit.
mirror then? What do you do?
Yeah.
You
It's
up-
not hard for me. It's huge dick.
Just throws it over his shoulder and goes into the people mirror.
I stand on the vanity in the I stand in the bathroom. I stand up there.
You have like your pants down to your ankles and like your shirt's on still. You got like kid pajamas on.
Yeah. Yep, that's how I do it.
Oh god.
But lady doesn't look at the TV at all. I try to show her a dog on my phone. Couldn't give less of a fuck. Just goes back to sleep. Doesn't really care about the mirror either. And we have like a long mirror, so she
Yeah.
just like I put her face right up to it. She doesn't. I think she's blind to mirrors.
So you're just jamming a mirror right into her face. You're saying you're like, "Fucking, this is you. Don't you fucking get it?"
No, I hold her like a baby, and then I hold her up to the mirror.
She's probably concerned she's being held like a baby.
No, she's super chill about it. She'll just stay there forever.
Nick and the dog are looking at the mirror. It's like, look at us. We really in this bitch. We're human existence, dog.
I just give her, I give her pep talks. I'm like Draymond Green to KD, but it's me and the dog.
You got to be better, lady.
I'm like you're the fucking shit. You're the shit. You got this. I'll
So,
just talk her up in the morning.
as a concerned dog owner, has training helped when Lady sees another dog on walks, or is it just still the same shit?
Oh yeah, no, she's
It
gotten
helped?
much better. Yeah, there was a while. It was probably like 2 or 3 months, and it's really hadn't done much, and I was getting very discouraged. I'm like, I'm paying this kind of money for this shit, and it's the exact same. But then I don't
Because
know.
we quit right
Probably
after the
took like
first class. Yeah, the first
What?
class didn't take. We're like, fuck, this is stupid. We're not doing this again.
Wait, why'd you quit?
one
Didn't work.
class.
Like, I see no progress so far. This lady doesn't know
When's
what
the
the
last
fuck
time
she's
you
talking
learned
about.
something? When's the last time you learned something after one class?
Probably the last time I took a class.
You didn't learn shit.
I'm way smarter than that dog is.
You sure about that?
We're like,
You
this
took
isn't taking. We're gonna have to take our money and go home. You didn't
Just-
pay yet. Well, you're not getting a dime from me.
Just start sprinting out of there.
Devin knows all because he took the limitless pill. So that's why this is just nonsense that this dog doesn't understand what the fuck's going on.
Give me that pill. I want that pill.
Oh, that was a question I had. This is completely random.
Yeah. This is where it gets fun.
If you could have 2 superpowers, what would they be? Everybody always asks one, but if you had 2, what would they be?
Can time travel be one? Like the
I kind of
ability
want to say
to
no because like there'd be no reason to not pick time travel. That would make it too.
My first one is to have rich parents. Have rich parents
That's
like
a good
Batman.
superpower. The
It's not
power
a
of entitlement.
superpower.
That's a superpower.
you
Having
see it-
rich parents.
That
I
trailer
He's
looks
rich.
pretty crazy for the new Batman.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
it did look legit.
He looks like an emo Batman.
I don't know how I feel about that.
He looks like the lead
I don't know how
singer
I feel
from
about
I don't know, I think
Batman.
My Chemical Romance was Batman.
Robert Pattinson gets a lot of shit for being in the
He's a good actor.
vampire movies, but yeah, he's like actually a good actor.
Why can't they
Hold
make
on,
him fancy looking though? Like, I hope this is just like a weird edit cut, and maybe he is like a fancy billionaire. But what is he like? Is he gonna portray a guy that doesn't like his wealth or something? He's gonna be.
Well, they've only filmed like a quarter of the movie.
That was the whole
Yeah.
part that they filmed. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
do the question. Wait, can psychic powers be one of the powers?
Yeah. Pretty much the only one I'm ruling out is time travel.
It's not a power.
Did you ever watch Jessica Jones?
No.
No, but I heard about it.
The bad guy's superpower is like he can compel people to do whatever as long as he tells them to do something. They have to do it. So that'd be one for me. I think that's kind of a cool power.
What would you use
And then
that for primarily?
Exorcism.
You do whatever you want. You literally do whatever you want. As long as you can talk to somebody, like unless they don't take your voice away.
Well, yeah, you could like rob a bank or something, and then you just tell the judge, be like, "Hey, you should find me innocent."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lightning.
What?
Lightning.
What?
That's a good one.
Fuck you, lightning. You're
I like
picking
that one.
lightning?
Lightning is
And
a good one.
So you can wait.
What's the
so you can
villain in
like
Spider-Man?
you can make lightning like come out of your fingers, or you can make it be like a lightning storm.
His ass.
Just lightning, man.
He farts lightning.
That's my. What I think one of your answers has to be like a high concept power, and one of them has to just be like very low concept.
Fine. I go next. My low concept is tides. I control the tides.
So you're the moon. You're just the moon.
I am Moon.
We'll call you Moon Man. That's a great name.
That's actually a good villain. No. Moon Man would be a great one, and he would just wrap a tide, and that would be his thing. He would damage beach shores. So Aquaman has to fight his ass and stop the current. All right. Call Stan Lee's
boat out the water and the tides are low.
Stan Lee's son, whoever's in charge of Marvel or DC. Fuck, wrong one. Whoever's in charge of DC, Call them. Be like, I got a new Aquaman villain. Tide, Moon Man.
Moon Man.
Call his ass Moon. He's the Moon Man.
Oh, I love it.
They have to be.
was
DC's
your-
got to be looking for suggestions at this point. They're not even close to Marvel, so they're taking anything.
Yeah, they probably don't have any money.
I
those
won't
movies
go to
are
that
losing money.
extent.
Bonkers. No, I think Warner Brothers like laid off a third of their people. They're
They're
Yeah.
like,
all
we can only make. We got to make 9 more Suicide Squads that are all shitty.
I haven't thought
I'm
of
gonna
my.
watch them.
I haven't thought of my high concept power yet. Probably the ability to see through walls.
To alter menstrual cycles. I want to be able to control the tide
No, that's still Moon Man. You don't understand.
Yeah, that's Moon Man.
and alter
Moon Man gets
menstrual
that done
cycles.
too, so don't worry. That's a part of the options. Yeah, I want to
Your
see through
period will
walls.
be in 3 days.
That's it. I'll see through the walls. I'm just the guy that likes to. I'm the guy that spots out what's
Ew.
going on, so I let the rest do the damage.
I gotta
This
say,
is
man.
the shittiest powers.
Why? You don't like? I'll take my tide. You only have one lightning bolt at a time. My tide literally can take out a city if I want to.
I don't know if I could come up with a worse superhero than that.
I see through walls. I start tides. What's wrong with
You
it?
start tsunamis?
Yeah, dude, I'm a villain.
So you can only use one power on the beach, and you can only use the other power
Dude,
in building.
I control the tides. I can make them higher, lower. I can come with force. I can come with force, less force. You know me. I'm coming with force.
Are you a superhero or a villain?
I'm a villain.
Villain,
Okay.
100%.
Isn't that a better?
I think my
That's like a legit good
Or
villain power, having
you get,
control
or
the tides.
it's
What?
better be a villain or an anti-hero. Anti-heroes are fun too.
What, like,
Well, I'm kind of thinking if you're gonna be the villain, you're the anti-hero, because I guess, well, maybe you don't want people rooting for you. My natural thing was, if I was gonna be a villain, I would want to be one that everybody was into,
wow.
not sexually.
So
So is
those-
one of your powers to be popular? One of my powers is I'm always really popular.
Well,
Everybody likes me.
actually, the one that I was thinking of, kind of along those lines, is like I could talk to or communicate with animals. That would be my low level power.
What the fuck is this? That's not cool.
Well, because then I could get them to do my bidding also. Like I'll get like tigers and bears and shit.
Dr. Doolittle's a superhero.
Doolittle the villain.
Oh. And then my high level power would be flight, because flight's the shit.
I think you're overestimating what the animals would say back to you, because if you just have the power to talk to animals, like ladies just gonna be like, "I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. I'm gonna smell that ass. Let me smell someone's ass. I'm gonna lick my ass." You'd be like, "Go attack that guy." You'd be like, "I don't want to do that. I'm gonna lick my ass."
Well, dogs are incredibly obedient. If I could actually communicate what I wanted them to do correctly to where they could
know.
understand it, he would do it.
If I can walk like the animals talk. Marvel Studios presents Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle. He's a bet.
There you go.
Yeah. Moon Man and Dr. Doolittle.
That'd be a good battle, because then actually Dr. Doolittle would talk to the whales and dolphins and be like, "Listen, Moon Man must be stopped today. Attack the Moon Man."
And then you lower the tides and like the whales and stuff drown. You just kill a whole bunch of whales, and then you can see
Wait,
through
question.
walls.
Yes.
Question. Is Ant-Man super strong?
Yeah, he has the strength equivalent to what an ant has. So, like an ant can lift like 10 times their body weight or something stupid like that.
I think it's way more than that. But yeah. So when he's full sized, he's that strong?
I don't know.
All right, because if we didn't have to go with a low level one, mine would just be like that kind of strength and then flying. I guess I would just be Superman.
You already picked you want to talk with the dogs and animals. You can't change that pick.
Listen, you're kind of You're dumbing it down a little. I would be communicating with like tigers and shit and elephants.
Dude, Doolittle did that. What are you talking about? The fuck?
Yeah, but I would have them like do my bidding. I wouldn't
can't-
like
So you
help
wanna-
them
Dumb
psychologically.
answer, Nick. You can't dumb it down anymore, okay?
But you're just saying you want to be able to talk to them. You're not saying you want to be able to control them. You can be like, "Hey, lion, go attack that guy." You'd be like,
Devin,
"Fuck you,
you're
man, I ain't
literally
doing
explaining the plot to Dr. Doolittle right now. I don't know what the fuck.
All right, well then I'm changing it to like I can the way that you can manipulate whatever. I
You
just manipulate animals.
changing nothing. You are changing.
No, go fuck yourself. I can adjust the answer. It's the same power. I can influence animals.
If your thing is you just want to talk to them, I don't think you're gonna get a lot out of those
I'm just
animals,
lonely.
But
I'm just a cat lady, but I
Yeah.
want bigger.
The first
Animals.
animals you gotta manipulate are
Pets.
those pigs in Congress. Hey-oh!
it's not a political podcast,
Sorry.
Yeah, get out of here. You're
Sorry.
canceled.
fucker. But let's talk about Jesus. I like the idea that your superpower is everybody likes you. That
That's not what I said.
No one
makes me
hates
so
me.
happy.
Well, that's like that Michael Scott in the Office. I don't have a bunch of kids, so then they have to be my friend.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I have a shittier question. At what
Cool.
age do you not become offended by how young people say you are, and what age do you not get offended by how people guess like how old you are? For instance, I was out the other day and this kid was like, he's a little kid. He's like, "How old are you? Like 6 or 7?" And the kid's like, "I'm 8," and he was like all pissed off because she was a year off. But like, at what age is that switch?
I think that's like 21 or 22.
But if you go out to
'Cause
the
then-
bar and they're
Yeah.
like, you look like you're 19. You shouldn't be in the bar. Aren't you still like, I'm 23. I could be here.
Okay, well then I guess it's probably like 26 to 28.
Somebody call you 19 at a bar, Devin?
The closer that you get to 30, you start to, well, especially for like women are a little more self-conscious about their age generally.
Whoa!
So, like,
Whoa!
I said generally. Is that incorrect?
Sexist pig!
Steve, didn't we start the show by you saying some girl had dick hands?
No, I just said she's not sure-handed.
Yeah, quit casting stones, fuckface. What I was saying was the closer that you start to get to 30, the more you care about not sounding too old. So I think it's probably in that 26 to 28 range.
So like if somebody came up to you tomorrow and like, how old are you? Like 24? You'd be like, no, I'm 28.
Well, no, you would think it would be a compliment because you would
Is that a
prefer to be
compliment at that
younger.
point?
Yeah, they're
You
For
don't
a guy,
at- for this point, you don't want to be older.
Yeah.
Like you don't want people to assume you're older than what you are.
yeah. They're like, oh, you look good for your age. But see, like, that's kind of an insult anyways.
I like those backhanded compliments. Those are fun.
Yeah. They're like, oh, are you 6? No, I'm 8 because you want to be older. But you stop wanting to be older at like 26 to 28 range. Because
That kid was
that's,
pissed.
you getting close to 30 and then your life's over.
That kid was real
Nobody
mad.
lives past 30. We all know this.
I'm not going to.
Why would you say that?
I had my midlife crisis at 15. 15. I went out and bought a Ferrari at 15. I was like, guys, having
Like,
a
man,
crisis.
he is overcompensating.
That's how you tell when you're not going to make, like, as soon as you have a crisis,
Wow,
whatever your age is, double that,
this
and that's
kid's
when you're
rich
done.
as
That's when
fuck.
your tickets get.
Well, I feel like everybody kind of now has a quarter life crisis when you're like 24-ish.
Yeah.
I forget what I did.
Back when you dyed your hair pink. Remember when you dyed your hair pink because you were having your quarter life crisis?
Yeah, I was very like emotionally charged. Like everything was an argument, and I was
And
like,
you wore that leather out to the bars all the time?
yeah, I
full
got a
leather
tramp
outfits?
stamp. Yeah.
Fuck you, Mom. I'm going out.
You don't live here. I don't care. You haven't lived here in 6 years.
This is your house. I don't care if you go out.
Don't
It's like
give a shit.
Nick was like the Wedding Crashers kid, the son who's paying for
Yeah.
the
The painter.
What is our
What a
situation,
weirdo.
Dad?
But yeah, to answer your question, I think that's the line. Nobody wants
That's
to turn
fair.
30,
Isn't
No.
like
which
the
we're all coming very,
182
we're all coming
song?
very close to.
Nobody likes you when you're 23. So like after that, probably. I mean, anything
Is
goes
it?
after
Is there
23.
any like birthday you're looking forward to now?
No,
Fuck no.
All of them suck now,
I'm
right?
looking forward to my last one.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but you'll never know when
Well, yeah,
that
there's
is.
nothing. I mean, 21 is the last one that means anything. I mean, 25, you can rent a car, but who gives a
Well,
shit?
when can you retire?
what is it? 62 is officially the retirement age.
Well, I think you
That'll be
start
a fun
collecting
one.
Social Security at 65.
We don't get that.
It won't
We're
be
not
there
getting
when we
that.
get there.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
getting
it
that.
won't
I
be there
know.
when
Well,
we're
I
at all.
mean, when you retire is completely arbitrary. It depends on how you are planning for that.
Which brings me to my next topic: investments. Your 401ks. We got to diversify your bonds. This is now a
Dude, I'm
finance.
getting in.
Yeah,
I'm getting into that shit in my personal life, and it's a lot of information.
it's too much. I don't know.
You just spread it around in a bunch of caps. You'll be fine. Just spread it around. I've always learned if you don't know much, just spread it around to different places because not all of the economy will falter. That's a dad tip right there.
Where are you spreading it around to though? You're just
Yeah, what are
like,
you invested in right now?
I don't
Give
know,
us
like
some hot tips.
futures. I don't know, like I have like a.
You've invested in the future?
I don't want to talk about this. Like I have a 2050. I have like 2055 retirement like goal set up Tates. So like there's some cash there. Like I put some in like really small index kind of gambling in like the like on the Russell and trying to get some like heavier plays there. Like this is boring stuff like fixed income. Like you put some there just so it can be always there. Go to blue chip.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Why are we talking? This is fucking lame.
Hold on,
Why are we talking about
me
this?
Let me stop
this
you
is
right
funny
there.
to me how upset you're getting about us talking about it. So that's the only reason why I'm still trying to talk about it.
When the world economy fails and currency is
Yeah.
replaced by Pokemon
All right,
cards,
Alex
how well
Jones.
set up
All
are
right,
you?
Alex Jones. I'm not going to answer these dumbass. If the world economy fails and we run our lives on beans, are you the one
I
that's going
said
to be
when.
pissed when I have a fucking basement of beans ready to go?
When the world economy fails, I'm saying when, not if. Are you set up?
Hell no. No one's set up. That's the problem.
I need more beans.
Can we do a doomsday bunker? We need to do a doomsday bunker for this podcast.
Yeah, we'll do that for content.
Somewhere where we can all retreat to. Just
We'll
start digging a hole somewhere.
We're digging a hole in Devin's backyard.
There's a big ass antenna coming out of this backyard for podcasting. It says right on there, bunker below for podcasting.
Dude, if we
got a
Devin,
sign that says we definitely don't have any beans down here.
No beans here. No beans.
Essentially beanless.
We haven't eaten a bean in years. If we legit dug up and built a bunker in your backyard, that might be the sickest thing we can do.
I think a bunker would be so badass. Have you ever seen like
Yeah.
videos of nice bunkers?
They're sick. They're like man caves. Literally. It's a cave.
Yeah.
Well, it's a really sick basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, without the house.
That's not attached to your house. Sick.
I think it's awesome. Where they have like the hatches and you just go down the hatch.
Yeah. You feel like you're Bin Laden or something.
Well, that's probably not the goal. Didn't end too well for him.
True.
He was out of the bunker.
Well, thanks for listening to the Relatively Jumbo podcast.
Damn.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap up with Osama bin Laden. Follow us on Twitter at the Relatively Jumbo podcast, Instagram
Lord.
Jumbo Podcast. Check us out on YouTube. Just go ahead and search the Relatively Jumbo podcast, where you'll find episode wrap-ups like the one we're going to do right after this. Tell all of your friends. Get
Tell
more
them.
friends just so that you'll have more people to tell. Shout it at people when you walk by them on the street and startle them.
Scare them. Scare
Make
people.
sure they heard you. Yeah. Other than that, any last words?
I don't know what the hell happened this hour. I'm going to have to. Where do we start and how do we end at Bin Laden?
I think we started with Sixers Celtics and ended with Bin Laden. That's the natural progression.
You know what? That checks out. No, I get it.
Well, I'd like to end the show then. If we want to get out of Bin Laden and go the natural ways, let's talk more about. I have a couple of slides here about how O.J. Simpson was framed the night of murders of.
No, cut it off. Cut it off. We'll see you guys later. Oh,
and next week we'll have OJ on the podcast.
Also, shout out happy birthday, Robo Creps. If
Robo,
you know, you know.
We love you.
UIC basketball.
Don't think I never forgot. I remember those games.
We're out.